I'm Fred Mack, CEO of Fam Spotlight and executive producer. We have great artists on the show today. Check them out. Welcome to the show.
My guest today is R&B group Intro. You know them from hit songs such as Come Inside and the list goes on. So please welcome my guest, my guy, Intro to Fam Spotlight.
Welcome to Fam Spotlight. I'm your co-host, Will Rose.
Thanks for having us.
I'm Lance Chase, and we're here with Intro. We're very excited to have you guys. This is brought to you by our chairman, our boss, Fred Mack. And
Fred Mack, yep.
Let's get into it, man. You guys are a classic. I would like to call you a New Jack Swing group, hip hop New Jack Swing. In my generation, we would call it that. What have you guys been doing with this quarantine? How's it been?
Well, I can tell you one thing. I definitely went through the motions. I got hit with it on March 13th, and I was quarantined for about 2 weeks after that. And then for some strange reason, I felt better, and then I got sick again. So, I never had any breathing issues, but it was the headache and the coughs was unreal. I never experienced anything like that before, but thank God I made it through. But other than that, man, I just been just sticking in the crib, man, like covering up and, wearing my mask when I need to. And, me and Buddy just been communicating via text or phone calls, and that's it.
How about you, Buddy? What's in your life?
Yeah, I was lucky, but we lost a couple people, co-workers, friends. My grandmother lost a sister. It was like really, I was scared out of, I was scared. I'm still scared, but like 3 weeks ago I was petrified, like it was the end of the world, because every day somebody else was dying. And now we lost Dre. You know what I'm saying? It's like Andre Harrell. I don't think it was COVID related, but it's just like it's a real serious time right now, man.
So knowing that the group had departed ways around the time of the passing of Green, one of the other members of Intro, you guys, you guys kind of said it earlier, but you guys have gotten together now and started bringing back Intro. It seems like Intro's about to come back out with some new stuff for us, or what we got going on?
We've never parted ways. Like me and Jeff, we lived like 5 minutes away from each other, like through this from the whole start of Intro to now, and we see each other all the time. Like I had an interview the other day, and somebody was like, "Yo, since the group broke up, I heard this and that." It's like we never broke up. It's just like Kenny died, and to tell you the truth, to put it in real words, nobody was really checking for Intro because Kenny died. You know what I'm saying? He was the lead singer. So there's like, I don't know if these guys can carry the torch without him and stuff. And it kind of took some convincing before people started calling us again. And now we back to just selling joints out. We just sold out the O2 Arena in London. We sold out the Apollo Theater in New York. We're supposed to be back in London on June 27th, but of course that's not going to happen. But our main thing was that we didn't want the legacy of Intro to be like we stopped recording because Kenny died. Rest in peace to my brother Kenny Green. But we didn't want that to be the end of the story, that we stopped. And Jeff will tell you, we added new members to the group and tried to make it worse. But they always want to fight me. They always want to get.
I was just going to say, Jeff, why you laugh?
So, because I think I was the problem. At the end of the day, I can say I think I was the problem. But the problem was, I just wanted to keep the integrity of the group. You know what I'm saying, on that level right there. I didn't want people to come in and try to take over and think that, they're going to get rich right off the bat. Jeff, you could tell them.
I'm about to say, Jeff, what is your opinion?
Well, here's the thing. We came in with open minds and, putting a new member in the group, not actually a new member, but, to replace Kenny, but just, to come in and join us. But the problem here is that when the people that we chose in the past, they became
this evil lead singer, or they thought they was the lead singer, and they thought they rode this wave with us for the last 20 years, and these guys had no experience the way we had it, and at the end of the day, they became too big-headed, and we removed them.
Right.
You know, it was a clashing of the titans. Like, bro, you got to go. So,
Wait. But let me jump in here. Let's take it back.
Okay.
We're gonna jump about 2 sections. So let's go back to 1993 when you guys first got put on. Can somebody give us a little bit of your origin story? I like to put it in superhero talk. How did it begin for you guys, and how did that start? I know Heavy D was involved a little bit. Can you tell me a little bit about the story, how you guys first started?
Okay, Jeff.
oh well, I was an avid club head. Like, I always, like, hip hop was my number one thing. I always was involved with the clubs, and I introduced Buddy and Kenny to this club that I used to go to. I said, yo, let's go to this club called the Red Zone. At that time, Puffy was a club promoter, and Jessica Rosenbaum was his partner. So we ended up going, and then we went up to VIP, and we saw Heavy D, and all 3 of us approached Heavy D, and was like, yo, we want to sing for you. Heavy was like, yo, want to sing for me, huh? I said, yeah, can you come in the bathroom so we can sing for you? He was like, nah, sing for me right now. And just to let you know, it was a loud-ass club with music banging, and we just chose, I think it was Father MC and Jodeci's song,
Nah, it
You're
was
on My Mind.
Peaceful Journey.
Peaceful Journey, yeah, okay.
From Heavy D.
We sung Peaceful Journey.
Wish you peaceful journey.
Yeah,
we was
we just-
using it as a rehearsal on the way to the club. We were singing it.
Oh, so y'all was ready to approach Heavy.
Wait a minute,
It's
did
like
y'all know-
always singing.
yeah.
We
How y'all know Heavy was gonna be there and y'all had this joint already rehearsed?
we didn't know.
We
We
didn't know.
Huh.
And we had already had a record deal. We was already tied into this bullshit record deal, and then we met Heavy D. So we had to go back to the old person, the person that we were signed to, and make up this whole big story of how the group was breaking up. We didn't want to work together no more.
Cause
He
y'all
was
wanted
so-
to work with Heavy, huh?
Of course.
He signed us right out of the deal. He signed us right out of the deal. And I was like, wow. And then we went to, because we never told Hev that we already had a deal. We wanted that to happen. Go ahead, Jeff.
That's
You
My
paused,
bad.
huh?
I hope he didn't freeze. Jeff?
I think he froze.
Well, he'll be back in.
Right.
But,
So-
but yeah, so we met Heavy D at the club, and Jeff gave him his number, and I'm like a real observant type of person, so I want to see if he was interested. I feel like he would have took the number and folded it up and put it in his wallet, right?
Mhm.
He took the number and just balled it up like this and shoved it down in his pocket. I was like, man, this motherfucker ain't gonna never call us, man. He's just like everybody else. He ain't gonna never call us.
Right.
But in hindsight, he took the number, he balled it up and put it in his pocket, I guess, and stuffed it down so that he wouldn't lose it. It would be at the bottom of his pocket.
Right.
And he called us like 2 weeks later. He called Jeff's mom, and we were back in North Carolina because we used to rehearse in North Carolina because me and Kenny was in the Army in North Carolina. And she called and she was like, somebody named Heavy G called. You know, she's from the South. They always mix something up. She's like,
What?
Heavy G called, and he said to give him a call. So I was like, Heavy G? She talked about Heavy D. Yeah, let's call him. So we called Hev, and Hev was like, I want y'all guys to come back to New York because I want y'all to meet with Eddie F. He started a production company called Untouchables, and I think y'all should, sing for him and see what he got to do. So, yeah, we jumped back in my Volkswagen Jetta, 95 North, straight to Eddie F's office. And we sat in his office, and he was like, what's up, guys? How y'all doing? All right? We're like, cool. He's like, I'm going down to Sam Ash. Come with me. So before we even played any music, he just wanted to fill us out. We left the office. We went down to Sam Ash. He was like buying some like studio equipment and stuff. Then we came back in and we threw our cassette tape in. And it was a wrap. From right there, it was a wrap. He started calling
Took
people.
off right from there. It just started momentum.
He started calling people. Like, yo, I need you to come to the office right now.
Wow.
I need you to come to the office right now. Like, in no time, people was just popping up.
And what was your initial
Puffy.
reaction?
Puffy,
Like-
Him Dog, Patterson.
And what was your initial reaction, buddy? Like as far as like when you heard your first song on the radio, and you just was like,
The very first song that I heard on the radio that we did was a song called it was with Shinehead, Try My Love. We did the video with him, and we his song was just popping on the radio in New York City. If you try my love, try my love. And I just used to hear the cars passing by my house, and it felt like, to me, it felt like it was an intro record, but it was a Shinehead record. And it actually, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it made me sick.
Really?
It made me sick. It made me like a little crazy because I was like, oh snap, I hear my song. Excuse me for 1 second. It's the corona pandemic, and I'm at home. I got my daughter calling me. Yes,
Okay.
Lauren.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you were saying for something.
What's up? Yes, Lauren.
His baby calling. He had to take his baby. So let's reiterate. We are here with
Yes.
Intro. This is Fam Spotlight. I'm Lance Chase. This is
I'm Real Rose. How you doing, everyone?
and we've lost both of Intro. They stepped out for a little bit.
Yep.
You are now watching Fam Spotlight.
All right, we got to work.
Jeff is. It look like Jeff is coming
I'm sorry,
down.
no, serious.
He's back. This is
When I heard
Buddy
"Try
White
My Love"
with
on the radio,
Intro. Go ahead, buddy.
yeah,
I
when I
had
heard,
to do everybody because you bounced out, so we had to set the
my
reset.
bad. I'm sorry.
That's all
I'm
right.
sorry.
Family first. We know how it go.
Yeah,
There he
yeah,
is.
I heard "Try My Love" on the radio, and I was like, oh shoot, what's gonna happen now? Because I didn't know I was a new artist, so I'm thinking, oh shoot, we're gonna be at the Grammys. It's like I was reaching too far. You know what I'm saying? I was reaching too far. I had to slow it down, and it slowed down real quick because we were still in the studio. From that day, Eddie, he put us in the studio with. Did Jeff make it back?
Yeah, he's right here. He just made it back.
Yeah,
My
man.
dude.
If you was talking about me, man, I'm gonna find out, man. Go ahead.
Nah, that's all good. We're talking about how it was when we first met Eddie up at Untouchables and how he took us down to Sam Ash, and then we came back and played the music.
What do you
Music
remember
been
about
more
that, Jeff?
Nah, man, it was more than that. Before we even went to Sam Ash, he made us move furniture into his new
Oh.
office.
That's right.
What? He put y'all to work.
Yeah,
Put us to
Like
work
making
before we
furniture.
even.
that's true.
We haven't even played any music yet. We became his moving person. Like we were
Mhm.
moving stuff into his new office. His office right next door to Tony Randall, the actor. And Tony Randall came in the hallway, and we was like, "Oh shoot, the Odd Couple guy."
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah,
What?
That's Felix, right? Felix Unger.
yeah, Felix
Yeah.
Unger, yeah.
So then, from that moment on, after you signed with Eddie F, momentum picked up really fast. So how long was it before you guys were on your own single?
But it was a lot of history before that.
Okay.
Before the first single, we moved into Eddie's crib in New Jersey, in Clarkston, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a beautiful mansion. The top joint was a loft, and he had a resident that stayed up there. His name was Sean Puffy Combs. So every day we was there with Eddie and Puffy. Like every single day while we was recording the album, I walk into Eddie's house. One day I see this girl sitting on the couch, and she just there crying her eyes out. Like, niggas ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit. And I'm like, yo, you okay? She's like, niggas ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit. I was like, what's wrong? And then I got into a little conversation with her. To make a long story short, without saying what the problem was, that was like Mary J. Blige.
No, it wasn't.
I swear to my
What?
mother. I swear to my mother. Jeff, am I lying?
He stepped
I'm
out.
telling you, yo, Eddie had us in the middle of everybody. We was just in the
Wow.
middle of everybody.
Wow.
Yep.
Is that how you guys ended up writing some songs for Mary?
That's exactly how it happened. I didn't know who
Nice.
she was. I didn't know who she was at the time, but we ended up doing Love No Limit, My Love, Reminisce, and You Don't Have to Worry with her
Yeah.
just from those encounters right there. And then
Wait. Who was she crying about?
a guy.
Somebody-
Was it anybody we know?
It was a guy. I could just say it was a guy. She told me the whole story. It was a guy who she cared about. It was a
Okay.
guy who she cared about, and he cared about her, but she didn't know at the time that he cared as much about her. But I watched the whole thing play out, and it ended up on a good note. But on the day that's the very first time that I met her, and she's just mad cool. Yo, we was working with her in the studio, and I came out the studio. It was like came out the studio like 4 o'clock in the morning, and my car wasn't there. It got towed.
Mm.
Oh, I hate that.
So this is before intro.
Right.
I can't afford to get my car out the thing. So Kenny was like, let's just ask Mary for the money. He called Mary. She's like, come get it. Come get the money.
Wow.
He gave me the
That's
money.
nice.
I
That's
went and got my
dope.
car right out the tow. Yep. That was like.
So what were
yeah.
you
And he put
guys,
us around everybody.
what were your
Jodeci.
musical influences at that time? Like who were y'all like trying to style your group after? Or what were the stepping stones to your sound?
Jeff.
Jeff?
I don't think he heard that. You gotta give him a minute.
So
Oh,
I think,
Jeff.
well, for me, it was Guy. Guy made R&B music cool as fuck. Excuse me.
That's all right. Go ahead.
It's okay. You already cursed earlier.
Guy made music cool. The leather jackets, the Harlem swag, Teddy Riley, Damian Hall, Aaron Hall. I was like, yo, that's cool right there. R&B is cool. It's not. We don't gotta do the Jerry curls in the velvet shirts. We could wear what we wear on the street. We could put the gold chain on. We could put our Timbs on. We could take it to another level. So it was like definitely Guy. Musically, it was Tony for me. Tony. The gospel group Commission, Take Six, James Ingram. But we would have listened to those people, but I don't know if we would have like moved into R&B as hard on the street level as we did, because we thought we had to clean it up to be R&B artists. Like we used to rap, we did house music, whatever opportunity was presented itself to us, that's what we was gonna do. So when Hev introduced us with the R&B situation, we became R&B artists. Before that, we was pretty much house music artists. We were gospel artists. We used to sing in churches.
Really?
Yes, church. The first time I was ever in a club, we were performing. The first time I ever went to a club in my life is because Intro had a show there.
What club was that?
It was called Sweetwaters. Yep, it's called Sweetwaters. They had like an open mic.
Okay.
And they had the Gordon Dukes band playing, and he asked us to come through to sing a Commission song with his band. And that's when we went through, and I was like, this is nice. Went to the bar, got me a drink. Yeah.
Go ahead, Rose.
Yeah, no, I'm because I'm like I wanted to ask Jeff the same question, but we keep losing him. So, but thanks everyone who is tuning in to Fam Spotlight, brought to you by Fred Mack. I'm Real Rose, and of course Lance Chase is here with us. So I wanted to also ask, wow, okay. So when you guys started working with legendary Stevie Wonder, let alone for him to get in the music video, how was it? Whose idea was it to get in the music video, or like was it like after he heard the song first, or what was it like? Did he approach you guys about it, or how was that about? How did that even come about?
Okay, shout out to Tim Patterson for having us, for being on our backs to record Ribbon in the Sky. We didn't want to do the song. We said, no, we're not going to redo a Stevie Wonder song. You don't mess with a legend song.
Right.
And he just kept pushing us. And we did. It's Tim Patterson. We did, like, he was our artist development guy. We didn't want to do it. We did the song. We didn't put it out as a single at first, which was a smart thing from Atlantic Records because it carried the record to go gold, because the only way you could get Ribbon in the Sky was to buy the album. Right. Like, because the single was Love Thing, then Let Me Be the One, and Come Inside.
Right.
They released Ribbon at the end of the life of that first album. So we put that out. Atlantic flies us out to Los Angeles to do the Ribbon in the Sky video. We spent a whole day filming the video. That night, I flew back to New York. Kenny and Jeff stayed in Los Angeles. I flew back home. As soon as I got home, hey, what's up, Mom? She's like, Kenny said, give him a call at the hotel. It's very important. So I called G. I said, yo, G, what's good? He's like, yo, man, you shouldn't have went home. James Cleveland's son, Andre, just came to the hotel. He said Stevie Wonder want to meet us tomorrow. He wants to come to his house tomorrow. They're going to pick us up in the morning. I was like, what? Dude.
Wait, did you catch a flight back?
Mom, I'll see you later. Boom. Right back to the airport. I got on the red eye. I was back in Los Angeles the next morning before he came to pick us up. Right when he came to pick us up that morning, took us out to Stevie Wonder's house, and the party started. It happened to be Kenny Green's birthday that day.
Well, check it out, man. So
he turned it into a party. Huh?
we're gonna play a little bit of that and try to get Jeff back in, see if he can
Okay.
sing in, and let's vibe because I know that song was, that's a hit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I got my DJ here, so I got to use him. I'm paying him, so I got to get him in here.
All right.
We're
What's
gonna
his
play a
cash
little
app?
bit of the
What's
sky.
his cash app? I want everybody to know what's his cash app so they can tip the DJ.
Oh,
What's the cash app, man?
DJ Player for Life. What's your cash?
DJ Player for Life, $. It was $$ before. Player for Life.
That Melvin Brown, DJ Player for Life. Play a little
Tip
bit.
the DJ, everybody.
Hey.
Now, how do we get Jeff back?
He'll jump back on. Let me
Like Chuck for a little bit. See if we can bounce back in.
salute.
Yeah, so y'all made this video with Stevie Wonder. What was that like? I mean, how was Stevie, and how he must have liked the song because you flew back, he wanted to meet y'all and everything. So it must have went really well.
We got to his house, met him for the first time. Of course, I was shaking. There was no cell phones at the time with the video. I had a cell phone, but it was like this big. You know what I'm talking about? It was like this big.
Great, yeah.
So it wasn't no cameras on it or nothing. So it wasn't any way to really document it. And they asked us not to take any videos and stuff before we got there. But I did have a camcorder, and I snuck a little bit of video of him playing air hockey with Jeff. I snuck a little second of it. And
Wait a minute, Stevie Wonder was playing air hockey?
yeah, he was playing air hockey. He had an air hockey table in his house, and he was beating everybody. He was beating everybody because he could hear the puck. He could hear the puck coming, and he had done it so many times. Yep.
Oh, that's crazy.
So it
Welcome
was
back,
Kenny's
Jeff.
birthday. Jeff, you there?
I'm here. Hopefully, I'll stay a little longer. I don't know what's going
No,
on.
we
with the
good.
connection.
We good. I see the waves popping. You got a better angle right now. I was telling him
You
about when we
stupid.
went to when we went to Stevie's house. When we went to Stevie's house, and about the whole thing about me leaving and coming back the next morning. And right now, Matt, when we got to his house and he was playing. What was he playing with you? What did he beat you on?
Air hockey.
Oh,
Come on, man.
man.
I want them to meet the
man.
Hey, buddy. Jeff ain't here, man.
Yeah, he would have told you that Stevie actually beat him.
That's crazy. That is so crazy.
Stevie actually beat him in air hockey. I beat Stevie. I beat him. I ain't gonna lie. I beat him. I took full advantage because I'm a competitor.
You
what I'm
know, no
saying? I
haters
don't
should
care.
prosper.
You want to play?
Say no haters should prosper. No hate should prosper.
No haters shall prosper. You know what I'm saying? If you put me up to the challenge, I don't. You asked, so here we go. It's not like we was out playing golf or something. So yeah, he turned the day into a whole event. He had called over his friends. He called over Terrence Trent D'Arby, Johnny Gill, to hang out with us. He ordered out and brought a cake in for Kenny's birthday. It gave Kenny a portable DAT player as a birthday gift, which at that time was a big deal because we never had portable DAT players. And once the party was started, he's on the piano and jamming and stuff like that. He said, let's record a song. I got a project that's due up for the Curtis Mayfield album. It's produced by Eric Clapton. Let's do it today. And we all sang with him on a song called I'm the One Who Loves You, which is on it's on an album called All Men Are Brothers, produced by Eric Clapton for late great Curtis Mayfield. Yeah.
Right.
And it was just dope just being around Stevie Wonder for a day, man. That was my last opportunity to be around him. I'm not the type of person to ask you for your phone number and stuff like that. Are we frozen?
No, you good.
With
We
that
good?
in the
Okay.
music video as well, right?
Yeah. So we before I got back, Kenny called Michelle Webb, who was the video coordinator at Atlantic Records and told her, yo, we're going to meet Stevie Wonder tomorrow. And being that we had shot the video that day, the whole production crew was still in Los Angeles. So they came over to Stevie's house and they set up the cameras around his piano and everything. And the first time we met him, they captured it. That was
Right.
our first, everything that we sitting there, it wasn't scripted. He came out, the cameras was there, and we were sitting right there at the piano waiting for him. He went through the whole story about how when he heard the song, then he heard Kenny was from Detroit, and I'm still sitting there like, wow, this is Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
And I got jet lag and the whole nine, but it didn't care. So they took that part right there and added it to the very beginning of the video that was already shot the day before. Stevie Wonder would have never been in the video had he not called on that particular day.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What else you got, Rose? What you got?
Oh, yeah. How you doing that? You know me. I always gotta go with, because I know everyone is paying attention. They're looking in at Fam Spotlight, so I definitely thank everybody who's on here. But I definitely have my little go-to question. So what about my go-to questions? Of course, is as a group, as a R&B group, is there any advice that you would give anybody who decides they want to do an R&B group now? Matter of fact, I kind of want to switch it today. I want to know, do you think it's even time for an R&B group? Because I haven't really seen any male groups like you upcoming groups nowadays.
I
Do you
don't.
think it's time for
I know exactly what you mean. There hasn't been any real groups since like the 112 Next Jagged Edge era. After
Right.
them, I mean I don't know why the record labels stopped doing the groups. Like within a group, there's always gonna be like some type of drama, unfortunately. There's always gonna be some type of like you know, me, Kenny, and Jeff, we used to argue and fight all the time, but it was out of love. It was never about nothing. It was never about stealing money or somebody messing with each other with chicks and stuff. It just really came about us being around each other every day. It's like you're riding on a tour bus for a week with 3 guys. You know what I'm saying? You might have to use the bathroom and somebody's in the bathroom, and that's gonna kick off an argument.
Right.
I think record labels kind of was like, we're just gonna do one person at a time. We only got one personality to deal with. But I would say, like, to be in a group, it takes a certain type of chemistry, and it's really, really weird. Like, say for instance, like with like Intro, we were, and I'm not into zodiacs and all that stuff. I'm still on. I'm still on.
Yeah, you good, buddy. You good.
Okay, so we got with Intro, we was Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio. Jeff is an Aries, and Kenny was a Capricorn, right? So you got the Scorpio, the Aries, and the Capricorn. Whatever that mix is right there, it made interesting talk as far as groups are concerned. Because Guy, Scorpio, Capricorn,
Hold
and
on,
Aries.
Elise, we can hear you, Elise.
Come on.
You're not mute, Elise. You're not mute.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, buddy, but she's like going over you. Okay, go ahead.
Intro was a Capricorn, Scorpio, and an Aries, right?
Right.
Guy, Capricorn, Scorpio, and an Aries.
You guys okay?
Salt
We
and
hear
pepper.
you.
Salt and pepper. Capricorn, Scorpio, and an Aries.
Right.
So for some reason, those people can get along, I guess, a little bit more.
Okay.
Our whole thing with being in a group is like it becomes, you gotta know it's like a family. It's kind of like turns into just like we gotta get along. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than us. It's bigger than Kenny. It's bigger than Buddy. It's bigger than Jeff.
Right.
And but for the most part, talking to other R&B groups and stuff and hearing their stories, like we really got along like a family. We got along well. It was very seldom that we had arguments that didn't make sense. If we were arguing about something, it was a real argument, you know?
Right.
Of like, it was like, it was dumb arguments like, I don't want to fly Delta. I want to fly American. I don't want to go to St. Thomas. I don't want to do that show in St. Thomas. I want to go to Russia instead.
Right.
I want to take this date in Russia instead of taking that date in St. Thomas because I've never been to Russia before. And then we going back. Well, I don't want to go to Russia. I want to go where the sun is. You know.
Right.
It's dumb stuff.
Well, that sounds cool. So tell me a little bit about Kenny and how he
Jeff is home, so this is
as
good.
a writer and as your friend. I know y'all started at the Army base together, right?
Yes.
So how did you the story goes he was singing, you was singing, and y'all kind of just linked up, or how did it go?
Well, I was playing the piano, and Kenny was singing. We had a friend named Ken Thomas. He told me that he knew somebody that could sing, and he told Kenny that he knew somebody that could play the piano. So he pulled us together to go to he inspired us to go to the recreation center where they had a piano, and we sat down and we just started playing and stuff. I started playing, and Kenny just immediately just was showing me what he could do. He just pulled out a little pad and just started writing.
And I heard he was a great writer. He said, and documentary I saw that he could write songs really fast, and that helped you guys a lot too. So was he like Biggie? Did he just go in there and start singing, or did he just write and then he sing? How was his work ethic? How did he go about putting music together?
He had a crazy formula where he would write stuff out. He would draw pictures, because Kenny was a really good artist as well. He would draw pictures on his writing papers, and then he would go in and sing. He always wrote it out. He never really went behind the mic and just started singing. He would go behind the mic to do his ad-libs and stuff, but he always wrote out in little squares a section. Like, this would be the chorus. Then he'd write out down here a verse, and then he put chorus. He just writes the word chorus. Then he put bridge. You know, he just wrote it in little chunks.
Jeff, what's up, man? It's good.
Yo, man.
He's back.
I'm back.
Fam Spotlight, we're talking to Intro. It's brought to you by Fred Mack. I got a little snippet of a special moment for you guys that basically Buddy was talking about. Can we cue that up? See if you remember this, Jeff. Darling, please say you love me. You can have my crowd, but I'm crying out loud. Darling, please say you love me. I said, who is this guy doing my song? First time I heard it, I said, I said, I said, yeah. And then I hear from Detroit, right? I say, well, Intro, Detroit. Cut it out there a little bit early. But Jeff, you remember that moment?
Yeah, man, that was the day we shot the video.
Mm-hmm.
Standing around the piano with Stevie Wonder. That was an amazing moment. It was it was like, oh, so for real, like unfor real, like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Surreal.
Surreal. It was so surreal.
So
Yo, listen, I'm not gonna even lie to you. Like, I was so like nervous that day.
Really?
What? Come on, Stevie Wonder. I was super quiet. I was just listening, man. But when he started talking about, I'm from Detroit, Kenny from Detroit, I had to come in and say, I'm from Queens, Buddy from Brooklyn.
I know you did.
Yeah.
Queens is in the house.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, let me play another song that I like, one of my favorite songs. Let's play that one, because I know Buddy, he told me earlier that he writes most of the nasty lyrics in the group. So
I didn't say most of them. I said I was probably the most perverted. I said I was probably, Jeff will tell you I'm probably the most perverted.
Jeff, is he the most perverted, Jeff?
No, not me. Buddy is.
No, he's a Buddy. That's what
y'all collaborated on this one then, huh?
Absolutely.
He said, not me. That's Buddy.
Jeff's a freak, man. Jeff, don't let me blow you up, Jeff, man. You're a freak.
I am a good guy.
Oh.
My mother was a pastor. I've been raised right. Praise God, praise God.
Yeah,
we had a good time, man. We had a good time. That's all I can say.
I also, Lance, you didn't freeze, right? Hopefully Lance didn't freeze. Lance? Tell me you didn't freeze.
I think Lance had a bathroom moment.
I think really he just had we're like everyone's taking chances of freezing.
Where are you located?
I'm in Jersey.
Jersey,
New
all
York.
right. Shout out to Jersey. Jeff lives in Jersey.
Okay. All right, yeah.
He just moved to Jersey.
Yeah. So I guess I'll go over the questions that I asked Buddy, a few of the questions that I asked. So I say, R&B groups now, what do you think that like they're missing or how it's different from how, we lost Jeff. Oh, okay, we lost Lance. So how do you think that we're artists, do you think R&B groups can still come back again? Male R&B groups at that.
Absolutely. Right now, I'm not gonna even lie to you. I mean, I love what the new generation is doing. You know, we can't, like I said, when we were coming out, our parents said their music was the best.
Right.
You know, then we are saying that the 90s music is the best. But at the end of the day, this is their time. You know, I let them rock with what they rock. But at the end of the day, you can still listen to their music and they pay homage to a lot of the stuff we've done in the 90s. But as far as groups are concerned, yeah, of course, it's going to have that moment. It was a time where it wasn't even any real groups out when we came out. It was only maybe a couple that was out when we first came out.
Right.
So and then when we came out, it was like 20 groups, you know, came after that. So yeah, there's going to be moments where, you know, things fall back, but definitely it's going to be new groups coming out. And again, the sound today.
Oh, Jeff? Okay.
No, I'm here. Again,
Yeah.
the sound today, I appreciate it. It's new, it's different. I don't expect them to do, you know, the same things we've done, but yeah, it's definitely room for new.
But they should take some type of homage from you guys. Like, would you guys feel some type of way? Well, this is something off the cuff for both of you. Would you guys like someone to do a documentary on you guys, or like a remake of the story of Intro? How you guys got, you know, from the whole Heavy D? Because your story is interesting, and I could see someone, you know, doing a remake movie type of, or, you know, documentary on you guys. Would you guys be down for that?
I mean, yeah, why
Oh,
not? But
snap.
we got a lot.
I don't know
think
if they
Buddy
heard.
probably
I don't know if she knows about the documentary that's getting ready to drop in August. August, September.
Yeah,
Hold up.
it's
Yeah,
not
we're
it's
filming
not
the
completed
documentary
yet.
right now.
Okay. So what about a remake in a movie? Would you guys be down for that? And who would you want to play you?
Wow.
Who would
I
play
would-
Jeff? Let me see. Charlucci. Charlucci would have to play you, Jeff.
Dude, she's talking about actors.
I know. Let me see. Actors. Let me see. For Jeff, it would be. Let me see. I'm gonna pick Jeff. Let me see. Wesley Snipes. Not just joking.
Wesley gotta have some, has to know how to
He's
sing.
too.
though.
Nah, Wesley is too old.
Or maybe we can
Wesley-
put some music.
I
under
love
it.
Wesley Snipes, but let's find somebody that could bring Jeff from when Jeff came in the group. He's the youngest guy in the group. He's the baby of the group.
Mm.
When he came in, he was straight off the street. Jeff was a thug. He
Oh.
was hardcore. Not a thug,
Okay.
not a violent thug, but everybody in Hollis, Queens knew not to mess with Jeff. He came from like a real tough family, the Sanders family. They was like no nonsense. Everybody knew them. LL Cool J lived around the corner. Run DMC was right there.
Okay.
Yeah, he was he was Jeff was one of the guys that nobody wanted to really mess with in the hood.
Okay.
And
Someone to play
I'm
that
trying
role.
to think who would play him. Who would play me?
You know, if you're saying that's how Jeff was, because my background's in filmmaking, I'd probably would go between. There's a few guys that I have to get their names, but a few guys from Wu-Tang that they did a remake of Wu-Tang that I would probably have them play, or from the guys who were playing in the movie of maybe Luke James.
Luke James? I think Luke
Yeah.
James would have to play Kenny.
You think Luke James would have to play Kenny?
Yeah,
Okay,
Luke
so
James
Luke
would definitely play Kenny.
So if Luke James, I want to say
Luke James
Michael
would
B.
play Kenny.
Jordan maybe would play Jeff, but the only thing is I would have to see if Michael could sing, or we'd have to put music, you know, work something out with that. We'd have to play around with that. And then Buddy, who do you think would play you? Jeff, actually, who do you think Buddy should play? Who should play Buddy?
Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
They have to put makeup on him though.
No, we ain't doing no blackface on no Jimmy Kimmel.
I think although he played a part for a group already, the guy that played, what's the actor that played in the TV show, the singing TV show, the guy that played Michael Bivins.
Okay.
The actor that played Michael Bivins, I forgot his name.
Okay, and okay, well, I gotta pull him up, but I know who you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about. I can see that. I can see that.
And you could play Jeff's wife.
Oh, I would be in the movie too. I'd be directing it.
We're talking about the
like
younger
her a little
intro.
bit.
We're talking about the young.
You look like her a
Yeah,
little
the
bit.
young intro. Yeah, because then it would be like the whole storyline. Like, because I've seen so much remakes of movies where they've been on either Lifetime or BET. So I wouldn't be surprised. And they always happen after a documentary, huh?
Our story is crazy. Our story is about how the Gulf War separated us.
Wow.
And we end up, that couldn't break us. We got back together. It's about us chasing people down. Like one time we was coming from the studio and this guy crashed head on with his car. And the guy in the accident was tore apart. And he just took off. And me, Kenny, and Jeff followed him to his house.
Really?
We followed the car to his house. He put the car in his garage. We parked. We came out. Was like, yo, what's up? You okay? He was like dripping with blood. He's like, oh, yeah, I'm fine. And he put the car in the garage. He ran into his house. We went back to the accident scene and gave the police his address because there's no way he should have left the scene. That snitching. I'm Tekashi 690 right now. I'm 690.
Hey,
690.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I'm gonna be if there was a story about us, I would like for it to be very transparent.
Okay.
Very transparent. I'm not gonna lie. I did a lot of bad things. I was a stick-up kid, to be honest.
Okay.
I was.
But why would
I was
you want
wrong.
to be transparent, Jeff? Be right.
Because I want to tell my story from
Jeff robbed
bad
me.
to good.
He robbed me.
Oh, yeah,
he robbed me
that'd
back
be
in the
good,
days on Jamaica Avenue. I forgot it was him.
He's lying his ass off.
He robbed me at gunpoint on Jamaica Avenue.
He lying his ass off.
He took my chain. He took my chain and $75. They said his name was Trap. His name was Trap at the time.
That was my street name, Trap.
Yeah, that was his name, street name, Trap. He took my gold chain and $75. I had just got off the train at Sefton Boulevard. I was coming from the club.
Yeah.
He ran up on me with like a snub-nosed silver pistol. He's like, yo, you know what time it is, right? And I was like, yo, I got a son. I don't want no problems.
That's a good storyline, buddy. But you know that
That's a good storyline. Y'all became friends right after.
Well, give me my chain back, motherfucker.
Made money together.
Give me my chain back.
Wait a minute.
Still got it on. You still got the chain.
So wait a minute, how you go from sticking people up to singing?
I always knew how to do that, but you know, times was hard, and if I see somebody hungry, like even when we was rehearsing, it was times where we ain't had no money. I said, I'll be right back. To be the truth, that's the truth.
Came back with food.
I said, I'll be right back.
Came back with food.
Wow.
Came back with money and food. I'm like, here, eat.
Because I see a lot. Sorry, go ahead.
I miss Rose. We were dropped out. What did I miss?
So I asked them if, well, first I asked him, I revisited the question I asked Buddy. So you didn't miss that part.
Okay.
Or, well, you did miss that part, but I revisited the question on that. And then I asked him, this was off the cuff, but I said, you know, what would they be down for a documentary, which they said that's coming out. And then they also, I also asked if they would be down for a movie, a role, you know, if they turn the documentary into a movie. Because a lot of, especially nowadays, they do a lot of documentaries, and then all of a sudden, a couple of years go by, and then all of a sudden there's a movie coming out. Because people saw the documentary, and somebody's like, let's put these people in the role. So we started trying to figure out who would play who. And so we were doing that.
All right. So let's read to you. So this is Fam Spotlight, brought to you by Fam Mac. And we're here with the hip hop legends, hip hop swing, R&B group intro. So guys, let me try to, I guess, pick it up where I left off. What was Intro's most memorable tour?
Ooh, I need 2 minutes. I need 2 minutes on this, Jeff, and I'm gonna pass it right back because I know it's gonna be the same thing. St. Petersburg, Russia. Am I right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
St. Petersburg, Russia. It's been crazy. It's most insane. It jumped off from the time we landed because my first name is Clinton and my last name is White, right?
Mm-hmm.
State Department got it wrong. President Clinton was the president at the time.
Right.
So in Russia, they just saw that a Clinton was coming to town. So we had the whole State Department, security, KGB. Everywhere we went, we was in cars with police following us and leading our convoys. It was insane.
From a name mess up?
We had a whole presidential convoy for an R&B group.
In Russia.
And then it was just 5 days of craziness. Just 300,000 people at the show.
No, it was 500,000. It was
over
500,000.
over 300,000 people at the show in St. Petersburg Square. Us, Stuntman, I like to move it. I like to move it. And 69 Boys with Tootsie Roll. It was the three of us there.
69 Boys, stop playing.
Wait a minute.
It was in St. Petersburg,
In
Russia.
Russia?
That was in
Crazy.
Russia. This is in
This is
Russia.
Russia.
Was they doing the Tootsie Roll?
They was doing the Tootsie Roll. Yo, it was like this. I was like, everybody put your hands in the air. And it was like this. Then Let Me Be the One popped on. Bing, boom, bing, boom, bing, boom, bing, 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 and the whole crowd just went like an ocean. It was like crazy. They didn't know the language, but they knew the song.
They knew the songs. That's
Yep.
awesome. So what?
That
I hooked
awesome.
up with the ugliest girl in the country. Not sexually, just met her. I just met.
It was
just met her.
sexually, Negro.
Shout out. We met her at Soundcheck. Remember this girl we met at Soundcheck? And she was like, "Oh, I just want to hang out with you guys." So I was like, "Oh yeah, you can come out. They're gonna have dinner for us." And she came to dinner, and then the promoter brought out all of these Russian models and
Yes.
everything. He brought like one of the
I had the baddest
Russian
one.
models, but then it was
Just
just
like a-
regular girl. It was this regular girl who came to Soundcheck, and she was just there, just talking with me the whole time. And she saved me from the Russian models. All I did was talk to her, and it was this one Russian chick. It was this one Russian girl. She came up to me. She's like, "I like to do the coca. I like to do the coca." We don't do no drugs.
Right.
First of all, people think that R&B artists or we even. First of all, one of the myths is like all R&B male dudes is gay. That's definitely a lie. We do drugs. That's definitely a lie. And she was like, "I like to do the coca. I like to do the coca." So I was like, "I'm gonna save your life." She sat down, and then when the street came out of Buddy, she said she went to dance and she left her pocketbook on the seat. And I sat down and I put my hand behind my pocket and I took out every single ruble. I took out every single ruble out of her bag because I didn't want her to kill herself buying coke.
Right.
And
Oh, you was
I
doing
went to the check. I still got the money in my briefcase. If y'all let me move for a minute, I'll go get it.
Wait a minute.
I still got the rubles in my briefcase. Huh?
Oh, yeah. So let me ask you something. So you hear a little bit about what he just said. Was there any friction between you and another R&B group? Did y'all hate to perform behind somebody, or was there any like beef that y'all had between other groups, or did you like? No.
Or any rumors?
I don't think I ever remember having any beef with another R&B group ever. I don't think I ever remember that.
There was never no beef with the group. It was never no beef with the group, but I think Gerald Levert had a problem with Kenny Green.
Yeah.
Just to be frank, I think Gerald Levert, he always had a problem with Kenny Green. And at the Black Men United recording, Brian McKnight had to separate them. They had to separate them because Kenny was supposed to sing on the record. Shout out to Black Men United. We got the platinum album over there from that project. We did a song called "You Will Know." My father's
the Faceless Liver soundtrack.
No,
right. So there wasn't no like how you hear about New Edition having issues and stuff like that with other groups and stuff. So basically, y'all was cool with everybody.
Yeah, we was cool with everybody.
Yo, we used to play basketball over at Jodeci's crib when neither one of us had no money. Jodeci ain't have no money. We ain't have no money. Andre had gave them a scooter. Remember? KC rode the scooter to the store to buy eggs, and we was eating egg salad.
Egg salad sandwich.
We was eating egg salad sandwiches. Devontae was on the piano. Me, Kenny, and Jeff was up in there singing along with Dalvin and JoJo. We've always had like a good relationship with everybody. The only rift I think that ever happened was between, God bless both of their souls, was Gerald Levert and Kenny Green. Like, we used to go to Ohio to perform, and Gerald would just come to the shows and be like try to just upstage us. Like, I'm in the house. And
you try to steal the show, huh?
Kenny was a beast, and Kenny was a beast, and everybody knew it. Like, we went to the ASCAP Music Awards one year, and Carl Kanai, who was a friend of Jeff, gave us these short sets, identical short sets. And we went to the ASCAP Songwriting Awards for the year. And being that everybody was dressed in tuxedos and suits and stuff, we were in there with like these jeans, Carl Kanai, short sets and stuff. Everybody's looking at us like, Who are these clowns? Look at these guys. Look at these guys right here. Why would they come here dressed like that? And then the next year we was back picking up Songwriter of the Year.
That's dope.
They knew. They knew.
So
Wow.
It was our first time going there. We didn't know how we were supposed to dress, but it was like just like amazing like time. Like you remember that, Jeff?
I do remember that.
you got?
We had the same suits, the same short sets. We was dressed like, I guess, a Boys and Men or something like that. They always wear the same clothes. You know who our stylist was? Misa Hilton.
Really?
Puff Daddy's
Yeah.
That's always our stylist.
Misa
Yeah,
Hilton
she's
is
sweet.
the person behind the style of intro from Love Thing pretty much all the way up to Ribbon in the Sky. She did her thing.
Wow.
Cool. So let's.
But speaking of styling though, I think we were in Germany and there was one group that did check us, and that was After 7. We was like, man, we love After 7.
Yeah.
We was like, man, we love After 7. He said, yeah, man, but y'all guys need to check your wardrobe, man. What's that stuff y'all got on? I was like, wow.
They didn't understand.
So we used to come out, we would think Tim's all day. We used to just, like an NBA player, we have on a fresh pair of Timbs every day. We knew every show he's gonna buy a fresh pair of Timbs, or he's gonna hit up our dude Troy at 5,001 Flavors and get like $3,000 pony coats. We was just balling out like we were selling drugs. But we was getting it. I'm not lying to y'all. I was like 22 years old on an average. You know, it's not making what the rappers making now, but it was dumb. I was doing like 10,000 a week.
I was doing like
easy
3,000 to 5,000 a day. I was bugging out.
Easy.
That was crazy.
Yep. And it's coming from we coming from real life. We're not coming from parents and we ain't come from like rich families. You know what I'm saying? We came from working class families. My father worked for the fire department. My mom, you know, she ended up, God bless her soul, she ended off her life on a positive note. But back in the days, my mom used to hustle. Jay-Z used to buy his drugs for my mother. How about that?
What?
For the interview. How about that? In Marcy Projects.
You need
642 Park Avenue. 642 Park Avenue. But that's not how she died. That's not how she ended her life. She transformed her life. She got back in the church. She became an usher. She got a real job and she retired. But back in the days, my mother wasn't no joke. She needed a real movie. Addie Walls. She was no joke. Wow. Ask Jay-Z about Addie Walls. He'll tell you. If you ever run into Jay-Z, ask him about my mother, Addie Walls.
Wow.
She's
Talk about full circle.
She's a real deal. Yeah.
Wow.
And then my father was the complete opposite. My father was a nerd. He's a Baptist preacher. My mother used to beat him up. My mom was no joke.
Out of here.
Mom was no joke.
We got about 2 minutes left, and we got some more time, you saying, so we'll go a little longer. So let me ask you guys, where you guys at now in your career? What do you guys got coming up now? Where are we at with the group? Where are we going at this point with intro?
Jeff?
Yo, right now we are putting together a dope project. The body of work got to be perfect. Everybody keep asking, when's the next album? But to be honest, man, we got so much great material, and we also have some of our old producers on this project as well as new producers. And I think it's definitely something that everybody's going to appreciate. That's one of the focuses. And then also the documentary telling the story of Intro. We shot most of that. You know, once this pandemic lifts up, we're going to finish the other shooting on that part. We all working on our separate endeavors as well. But you know what? To be honest, I think we are blessed as an R&B group. A lot of people have been, you know, getting their money based on shows only. And right now, some people can't get any money. But Buddy and I have been grateful enough to get income in other ways. And it's been definitely helpful for us. We've been lucky.
So, Buddy, can I hear a little bit of that Lollipop song you was playing earlier?
Yo, let me tell you, this is the crazy thing. I'm going to pull it up. Less than 30 minutes ago, Jeff sent that track to me. That's how we flowing.
Oh, wow.
Jeff sent the track to me.
Wait a minute, so Jeff makes the beats and you come up with the lyrics? Is that
No, we both
do it. We just tag team. We go back and forth.
Oh.
We go back and forth. And the crazy thing is, he sent it to me so quick, he don't even know I put vocals on it.
I sure don't. I'm listening to this.
He don't even know. Hold on a second. It's gonna pop up. It's gonna pop up.
It's exclusive, huh? Exclusive,
I know
right?
this is exclusive
But-
on Fan Spotlight. Yes.
Jeff, are you ready? I know you
Give
ain't
it a
even
minute.
ready.
It's loading. It's loading. This is our lab. Let me show you the intro lab. This is just let me keep it long this way. This is our lab right here where we're recording our album.
Ooh.
We got the old school right here. This is the 90s setup where we want to do analog stuff.
Uh-huh.
Over here is more like the trap and the new music stuff. We got our albums up over there. Here we go right here. The guys, me, Kenny, and Jeff.
Yeah.
On the first album cover right there. On the
Yes.
Play the beats, man.
wall. And R&B is not all about music, right? What else is it about?
Love, right?
Oh,
It's about getting your
fitness.
body in shape.
The body
Keeping it
getting
hard.
fit.
Keeping it hard body.
Body back, huh?
Yeah, so keep that back strong. So we got
Right.
Mary, Eddie, Horace,
Wow.
my good friend Winona Judd, Mariah Carey, Layla Hathaway, Mr. Cheeks.
Hey, so did
Our
y'all work with
t-shirt.
all of those people?
Right? Man, these are all our fans. Everybody up in here is our fam. And
Wow.
this is the whole Kenny memorial right here. That's his
Oh.
funeral thing right there. Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying?
Play music.
So, okay, back to the music. It's loading right now, and I
And
just
those
had to
who
distract that while it was loading.
This is Fam Spotlight. Fred Mack. We're here with the great hip hop R&B group Intro.
Yes.
Rose, what you doing? What you tired? I know you carried us for a while. We went.
No, I'm just soaking it all in because it's pretty dope. Do you guys write for any or have been reached out from any new artists trying to come out to try to like write music for them or make beats for them?
It's weird. We've been in the studio since the first album. We've been in the studio with Busta. Since the second album, we've been in the studio with Busta Rhymes.
Okay.
And we did what else we do? We did the gospel album for John Legend's mother.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep.
So
wow.
you girl, y'all sang on the album. What y'all do with Busta?
No, we produced the album. We produced the whole album. We produced her whole gospel album. So to make a long story short, Jeff sent this joint over to me about maybe 30 minutes ago, right before the interview. Jeff? You there?
I think he froze. Oh no, he there.
You're my cherry lollipop. You're my cherry lollipop. Lord, I just won't stop.
Can't let it play so we can hear it.
Won't stop. How many licks will it take? How many licks will it take?
Okay.
Let's go. You're my cherry
Why you shaking your head, Jeff?
Thank you, Jeff. Jeff is like the quiet storm of the group. He don't talk a lot, but that nigga be putting in his music.
Right.
He be putting it,
Well, wait a
no
minute.
doubt.
I got one of them nasty lyrics that we
You're
played.
my cherry lollipop.
Came up with the slip and slide, dip and glide line.
Slip and Slide. Jeff had a record label called Slip and Slide Records. Slip and Slide Records. That was his first venture, right? He told me, he's like, yo, I got this label. I'm doing this label called Slip and Slide. So we went out to the studio, and I was sitting in the studio, and I was like, oh shit, I remember he said about something, slip and slide.
Mhm.
So then I just pinned it out. Slip and slide, dip and dive,
Mhm.
do everything to make it all right.
Mhm.
That was his first venture, a joint called Slip and Slide Records, right?
Jeff,
Slip and
is that
slide.
true?
It's a little bit true, yeah.
Let's talk about the end of the record though. Let's talk about the end of Come Inside.
What? Go ahead. Let's talk
Let's talk
about
about
it.
let's talk about the end of the record when it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, I'm out of steam, and I go into the lounge.
Oh my God.
My sister called me. I'm like, it's the end of the session. I'm going into the lounge to get some sleep. So I pass out in the lounge, which I normally do. Sometimes I just fall asleep on the middle of the floor in the studio because we was going hard. So I wake up and I hear this girl just crying, moaning, like she getting banged. And I'm like, am I dreaming? It woke me up in my dream, like I'm dreaming about somebody having sex, right? So I woke up and it's in the speakers of the studio. So I'll get up, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? So now they like, oh yeah, Jeff is in the vocal booth with this girl, and we got the mic in the middle of them, and they're fucking. And we're gonna put it on the record. We're gonna put it on the record. We're gonna edit it and put it on the record. And I'm like, yo, why can't y'all just make it and just fake it and put it on the record? They're like, nah, we want it to be real. So here's Jeff and this girl in a microphone smack in the middle of them, just banging it out. And it seemed like it must have been going on for about at least 45 minutes. After I woke up, it was going on for at least 45 minutes. I don't know how long it was going on before that, but Novell Hodge edited it and put it on the intercoming side. Everything on there was real. Just
That's
real sex.
Right now.
It's like we're not going.
That'll be on here.
Yes,
yeah,
play it. Intercoming side. Give it to us, DJ.
This gotta be the long version. He say, but DJ Player for Life said it ain't on his version. So
is it not on his version?
It's on the album
version. Part out.
It's on the album version.
On the album.
It's on the album.
So when you speaking the songs like that and the memories, what song really moves the crowd that y'all perform that always was y'all crowd banger, like the club banger? Which song got everybody ready for intro? Like what was y'all's theme song? The best one?
Let Me Be the One. Let Me Be the One would definitely get everybody like, oh shit, that's my shit. Yeah. That was the joint.
Right. Maybe I should play that. I got my DJ. I gotta pay him for being here. So I
got when this coronavirus is over, we want to bring our whole 90s crew to y'all. And we're gonna y'all, whatever club is around y'all, just holler at the owner or the promoter. We want to come out with Intro, Horace Brown, Mr. Cheeks, and Cut Close.
Okay.
On one phenomenal night. If the club is not big enough to hold that, reach out to the arena. And if it's just a club, then we coming with Intro, Mr. Cheeks, and Horace Brown. And then, you know what I'm saying, whatever y'all got going on, include us in that. We ready to rock.
Man, we might have to
as soon as this is over, we coming out with the 3-pack.
Well, wait a minute, you said that you had a Vic coming
in. The 3-pack.
You told me about that building an arena in June for you guys to do an event out there in New York. What's that about?
No, they building a venue. It's a small venue. It's a small venue enough for me and Jeff to socially distance.
Mm-hmm.
I think I posted it last night on my Facebook on Buddy White. And we just went last night over to the construction site.
Tell the audience what it is. Recap it. Tell the audience what it is, what's happening.
Oh yeah, on June 5th, me and Jeff going to get together and bring live music back to our listeners and people that, you know, right now can't come out to see us perform live.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be a really good experience. It's going to be actually, I know today is going to be a better experience than I knew 2 days ago. I knew that we were going to get together and perform on June 5th and do a live thing, but I didn't know until last night when we actually visited the site and saw what they were building for it, like how dope it's going to be.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm counting my chickens before they hatch. It's going to be really good.
And what he said,
y'all invited, if y'all can make it over there, huh?
No, just remind them it's not just live; it's live streaming.
It's live streaming.
Video on demand options and all of that. Yeah.
Okay.
Worldwide.
So,
what you got, Rose?
I was just gonna ask them, tell people where they can find you guys, like where they can, you know, is it tickets they have to come to see the show, or is it like they're just coming to? It's like a benefit type of thing. Like
well, if we do, we really would just want to share with the fans right now. If we do any type of pay-per-view, our plan right now, if we do a pay-per-view, we'll collect the money and we're going to give all of the money to Chef Primo for him to provide meals to the first responders. He'll cook meals and deliver them to the police department and fire departments. His name is Chef Primo. Everybody Google him. He's one of the dopest cooks
Chef
that
Primo
I ever know. Like, he just happens to be Jeff's brother, but he's one of the dopest cooks that I know.
Yeah.
Chef Primo Sanders.
Chef Primo Sanders. So if we do the pay-per-view, every single penny is going to go towards meals for the first responders.
That's excellent.
And it's not gonna be no hamburgers and hot dogs either. He gonna put together like lobster tails, and all that. He gets busy with it.
Okay.
Yep. And we want to give that to our first responders and thank them for keeping our families safe through this whole pandemic.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something about the group. Did you guys, where is it just you and Jeff now? Y'all are intro, or did y'all actually keep another member to have the trio? Where were you guys at now?
Man, we've been banging out shows all in the United States and Europe with just me and Buddy. And we've been having a lot of fun and good responses. So we're gonna keep it like that.
Okay.
I think you should. TLC still, you know, they don't have nobody replacing Left Eye.
Right.
I don't think you guys should have anyone replacing.
H-Town doesn't either.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think you guys need to. Everybody knows what happened. It's like, you know, it would, you know, I think that, yeah. Seeing you guys is still bringing up, you know, still performing there still gives us that intro still around. So that's good.
To you,
That's great.
Mr. Fred Mack.
We're gonna play a little
You are now
something
watching Bam
so I can regroup.
Let's go.
Yeah, we gotta play a little something. What we got going on, DJ Player for Life?
Can y'all
Cash
hear?
App, DJ, Cash App Player for Life.
Right? Cash App, $.
All time Player for Life.
Mhm.
That sounds familiar. We filmed that video in Atlanta, Georgia,
Yeah?
and they told us that TLC was going to be in the video.
What you
So
say?
we filmed that video in Atlanta, Georgia, and they told us before we got to Atlanta, Georgia, that TLC was going to be in the video.
What video?
So when I got to the video shoot, I was expecting to see TLC there, but they didn't show up, right? But it's not that they didn't show up. It was that nobody told them about it. It was just somebody talking out the side of their neck that they could probably get them to be in the video, but no one had ever asked TLC to actually come to be in Intro's video. I think they might have came out and hung out with us, right?
Right.
So the next week I'm in Los Angeles, me and Jeff going through the Beverly Center, and who do I bump into? Chili. And I just went ham on her. I was like, yo, why you say you was gonna come to the video shoot and y'all didn't show up? She's like, who are you? And she was like, who are you?
First buddy though.
She was
Right,
like,
right.
who are you? She didn't even know who I was, and that was a reality check. I was like, oh shit.
Yo, don't forget the part how hard she went on you though.
She went
She
hard.
cussed you
yo.
out?
She went hard. Yeah.
I was like,
What she
Chili
do,
went in
Jeff?
on me. She went, I deserved it though. How I stepped to her, I deserved it. I had, you know, I was a new artist. She didn't know who I was.
Right. And this was for the video for Let Me Be?
After the video.
Let me be the one. Yeah.
after the video, yeah.
Okay. Speaking of videos, y'all made a lot of classic videos. Who was the best director y'all worked with?
That's
hard.
a tricky one right there, because we have
That's
so many ones. Who's the one that did the Firehouse, Jeff? For Feels Like the First Time.
Oh, that was what's
Lionel?
his name? When I did all the boys
Lionel
and men
Martin?
videos. Lionel Martin.
Lionel Martin.
He did all the boys and men videos too.
Lionel
Yeah.
Martin. Yeah, he went in on us, and we did a video for Feels Like the First Time in a firehouse that was converted into an apartment.
Mm.
And he timed it out to when we did the outside. When we did the outside scenes, it started snowing naturally.
Oh,
When you watch the video and it's snowing, and it
Right,
starts
right.
snowing, he
Mhm.
timed all of that out, and he put us individually into separate situations. It's just a beautiful video. I like that video a lot.
He made me look like a virgin in the video though.
Oh, because he had you on the bunk beds.
Yeah, he had me on bunk beds, and then I give the girl water, and then I lay on the bunk bed and look up, thinking, like what kind of scene was that? Yeah.
Then again, he had me as the most perverted. I was eating a girl out in the Range Rover.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
So
you
we-
literally was banging a girl the next day.
I was eating a girl out in the Range Rover. That's how he casted me. That's what he told me to do. When you do these videos, they tell you what to do.
Right, right. So when you think about the groups and all the groups that you guys came up with, who would be on your Mount Rushmore of groups? Who would be the 4 top groups that you guys in your era?
We're gonna have the same answer. Go ahead, Jeff.
Jodeci,
Okay.
Yep.
Mint Condition,
Yep.
um,
Edition, Jodeci.
Tony.
Tony,
God.
SWV.
Oh,
Oh, God,
SWV.
God.
It's a lot of them. It's like guy groups here.
Yeah.
Guy definitely got to be number one for me.
Yo,
Why
the
Mint
crazy thing
Condition?
was when we was on tour with Mint Condition, H-Town, who else was on those tours right there? H-Town. Yo, the promoter, he didn't want to just give us a per diem for dinner, right? He didn't want to. Most promoters they just give you money for dinner. You go buy your own dinner. This promoter was like, I want to take you guys to the best restaurant in towns. So we're going to have a van show up to the hotel at this time. And if anybody that wants to come to dinner, just show up on the van.
Mhm.
So now Stokely, Kenny, H-Town, Little G, we're all on the same van going to this restaurant for dinner. And guess what pops off?
What?
Everybody singing everybody's song. So you got Kenny singing Mint Condition. You got Mint Condition singing Intro. You got H-Town singing Silk. You got Silk singing Mint Condition. It was just a phenomenal time. Like, yo, the 90s, shout out to the 90s artists. Those brothers was tight. I don't even know what's going on right now. Like, I see, like, I'm going to Instagram and I see people going back and forth trying to battle each other. That's not how it's supposed to happen. That's the crabs in the barrel syndrome right there. It's a divide and separate syndrome. Y'all young brothers got to get it together and do the Black Men United times part 2. Go back and look at the history of Black Men United. Intro, Boyz II Men, Tevin Campbell, Albie Shore, Boyz II Men, Joe Levert, Joe. You know what I'm saying? See how tight we were and how much love we shared together. And put that together, man. And just y'all make y'all money. Y'all making more money than we were back then, but y'all more separated. Y'all separated on the bullshit. Y'all separated on the bullshit of the Instagram. I hate him. This versus that. Yo, together y'all can make so much money. Y'all can do your own festivals.
So much more.
What about you just named all of those artists and singing together. Did y'all get to collaborate? Did anybody write songs for you guys that you, or any producers that y'all wanted to work with that y'all didn't get a chance to, or how did that go in the 90s?
It should have happened. It should have happened, and I was hoping that would have happened. But I think that Buddy had came with the idea of doing Black Men United 2, where we all come back together and all put an album together on one album with all these groups, and everybody collaborate. So some are reacting to it, some sent songs, and some haven't responded. But you know, that was something that I would hope happened before it's all done and said.
Right.
Yeah. I always wanted to do a song with Heavy D. Before he passed away, I wanted to do a song with Heavy D because he's the person that introduced us to the music industry, and for some crazy reason, it never happened. And right now, what's his name? Our dogs from H-Town is talking about doing an H-Town intro collaboration.
That'd be nice.
We'll see what's gonna happen with that.
All right, can you give me a drop, man? We're gonna set the thing, and I guess we'll go. If you want to hang out, y'all still all right? Everybody cool?
Yeah.
Man, we good. It's Sunday night. We in the crib, man. We just.
I know.
I don't even got no shoes on. I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm in the crib. I'm just chilling. I got on shorts.
All right, so
yeah, let's go.
Take this back. I didn't get to ask my Kenny Green questions because we dropped out and stuff. So what do you remember most about Kenny, and what made him such a special dude?
Kenny, what I learned about Kenny, he was very spiritual. He was very private at times, spoiled. At the end of the day, very giving, kind-hearted, but he did clash with some individuals, and he probably had his reasons why.
Kenny was a music industry thug. He ain't let nobody get over on him. He wouldn't let nobody get over on him. He's like the 50 Cent of R&B. I ain't gonna lie. All right, Jeff, I'm sorry.
So look, let's pick this up at another time when y'all get on tour. We're gonna close it down right now. I want to play my song while I bring in Fred Mack. He put his glasses on. So Fred Mack put this together. This is Fam Spotlight. This has been the intro. Rose,
Yep.
I'm about to peace out. Can I get that little thing while we switch up?
Thank you guys for tuning in. Anyone who's listening in, we are with the two group, Jeff Sanders and Buddy White, for intro. Now we have our guy here, Fred Mack. How you doing, Fred?
I'm doing good, doing good. What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
What's up, Fred
Good,
Mack?
man.
I'm good, I'm good. It's an honor to have y'all on Fam Spotlight today. It's an honor. Much love to y'all.
Thank you for
Thank
sharing
you.
your platform with us.
Thank you.
David.
We
Salute.
appreciate it.
Ah. He got a shot.
Hey, can we get a drop from you all?
Oh, yes.
Can we get a drop?
Definitely.
Sure.
Okay.
At the same time?
Yeah.
Do it at the same time?
Yeah.
We can do it at the same time. You ready, Jeff?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yo, what's up? This is Buddy,
Yo, what's up? This is Jeff.
and we're
And
intro.
we're intro.
And we're hanging out with you. No, all right. Come on. No, let me write the name down. Normally
Fam
we write
Spotlight.
the name down, right, Jeff? We got stuff.
Fam Spotlight.
Oh, okay. Do the whole Fam Spotlight. Right.
Yes.
I'll make it out individually. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yo, what's up? This is Buddy White from the R&B group Intro.
Yo, what's up? This is Jeff. And we're intro.
We're Intro, and we're hanging out with the Fam Spotlight. We're having a wonderful time on this Sunday afternoon.
All right.
Hey, man, do it again, man. Don't act the Sunday.
Okay. All right.
Wait.
Okay. Here we
Fred,
go.
you wanted to say your name too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Okay.
Fred Mack.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hey, what's up? This is Buddy.
Yo, what's up? This is Jeff. And
And
we're intro.
And we're hanging out with Fred Mack on Fam Spotlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it. That was it.
That was it.
Thank y'all.
That's a wrap.
Yo,
Thank you.
share y'all social media with us so we can connect with y'all.
Definitely.
Y'all dope people.
Definitely. I gotta get. I'll ask Fred. He'll send me all the deeds because I know he'll tag everybody.
Right.
Well, y'all can hit us up on Jeff. Give them your social media.
Real intro.
Real
Um,
intro.
Me
And
and Jeff
we have
got
two,
two
we have
separate
two.
intro pages right now.
Okay.
We be going back and forth to see how many followers we can get. Jeff got Real Intro, but it's only gonna help us in the long run. Got Real Intro.
Real intro, Jeff Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
So you could put Jeff Sanders NYC.
Mm-hmm.
And on Facebook is Jeffrey Sanders.
I'm Buddy White. Sounds like it's white, but it's not white. It's like a bike.
Yeah.
It's WIKE, Buddy White. And
Uh-huh.
then we got the Real Intro R&B on Instagram. And that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
We hope when this lightens up, we can get together and really break bread
Yes.
in a nice venue somewhere in this beautiful country of ours or outside of the country. We could go to Toronto. We could go to London. Just let us know what y'all want to do because we got our fingers on the pulse. It's just a matter of time. Shout out to the Lost Boys. They got a new album out, 12/26, The Grand Scheme. Shout out to Horace Brown. Shout out to Cut Close. Shout out to Adina Howard. Shout
Change
out
Your
to
Faces.
Town.
Wow.
We're about to dig in hard.
Okay. That's what's up. Hey, you
What's
got
for
anything
dinner,
you want
Jeff?
to say?
Where's your family? Jeff's girl got a book out.
Hey, it was nice meeting y'all, man. I appreciate it.
Jeff was like, nigga, you going up.
Thanks, man.
See ya.
I'm Rose.
See ya. Bye, Liz. Bye, Fred. Bye, Jeff. Bye, buddy.
Bye-bye.